Hi, honey. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Huh? Resting in the half shade, half sun? Is that nice? Kitty, kitty, kitty. Hello, my love. Welcome to Frugal Family Gardens. My name is Julie, and I am just out here enjoying the morning here in the Splash Mountain Laughing Place Garden. It's going to be getting hot this week. I want to spend my mornings as much as possible out here. I do have some meetings and things to go to tomorrow. I am back to doing a bit of a part-time gig just to get money ready for Disney, because of course, and all the other things too. Car, building on to the house, all those other dreams as well, but you guys know my priority this year. Priorities, they do change, but one that doesn't is garden time. Sit out here with a cup of coffee, listen to some pleasant music, and enjoy my plants. And I'm bringing you along to show you what is happening here in late spring. This is the last week of school for the kids, and then I will be having them as my little garden crew, where we will be, this is all ideally, this is blue sky dreaming. No, we're making this happen. We will be out every morning for at least an hour. I will have them helping me. We're gonna get some stuff done. Until then, here's what I am up to. I will be harvesting the chamomile today. I just read up on what you're supposed to do, and it turns out you're only supposed to harvest the flowers, not the stems, not the beautiful leaves, just the flowers. So I will be going around and doing that today. And then they should rebloom many, many times, as long as I keep deadheading them and harvesting. I'm not saying that I will keep all that I harvest, but there's a chance. There's a good chance. Look at all these little seedlings everywhere. All the seeds that I've been sowing over the last few weeks, they're all starting to pop up. Isn't that wonderful? It makes me so happy just seeing them all starting to do their thing. Not all of them will make it, and that's okay. That's why we do so many. And I will start thinning them. Probably not this week, because it is going to get really hot this week. I think day after tomorrow it's supposed to be above 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm not going to do that until the weekend or early next week, because it should cool down a little and be the ideal time for pricking out some of these, because you can't have this many. That's way too many peppermint for this one little pot, and I don't want to waste any of them if I can help it. I would like to prick them out and move them elsewhere. So that's what we'll be doing when it comes to all of these happy little seeds. Look at all those chamomile ready and waiting to be harvested. Now, something I've noticed over here, obviously it's going to get different sunlight and shade than over there, especially with the canopy. And then of course it's, surrounded by cement, but I sowed seeds the same day that I did in the other areas, and we've only got one that has come up over here, just one. So I'm not sure why, but as I've said a million times, everything I do in the gardens, well, it's an experiment. I had to bring the tomatoes inside for a couple of days. Isn't that crazy, where I'm saying how hot it's going to be getting later this week? Yeah. We had a hard freeze, which hopefully will be the last hard freeze before summer. Hoping. These tomatoes I will get potted up hopefully this weekend, if not sooner, and keep them under shade until they get established. And then I've got tomatoes and snaps and cosmos and lupins over here. And then all of these I think are pretty much not going to happen. So I will dump all of this into a pot, cover it with dirt, and see if anything happens. I do like to do that, and sometimes it works, and well, you never know. So this used to be a ginormous mess. There was a whole bunch of stuff under the table and stuff on the table, so I've cleared most of that off. I've got my extra lids that I need to go through. Some are just broken and weather worn. Many of you know that I have a long history of dumpster diving, and I grab lidless totes and toteless lids to eventually put together, but I think I have way more than I need because this is not my only stack. So part of the great clean out that I've been doing this year will be downsizing on the lids. Anyway, but also this is going to be my new potting table. I have been using like the picnic table, but then it just gets it all dirty, and I want to actually be able to sit and enjoy and eat at that table. So now here on the side of the house, this is going to be my potting table. The Snapdragon volunteers that I pricked out and potted up are doing really well. I'm really liking them. I might give them a little bit more time in the sun today rather than just in the shade. Still not sure what I'm going to do about these beans. P.S. Don't you think this foliage would be absolutely gorgeous in a bouquet? Yeah, I'm absolutely going to be making some bouquets this year to share, to put in the house, to give to family, friends, and neighbors. And I do believe I will incorporate some of this chamomile, whether with blooms or without, because it is fabulous. I did harvest, and I will just, as I'm sitting comfortably watching a show, I will pluck all of the little flowers. But I thought it was a good idea to go ahead and trim the chamomile down significantly, do a pretty good chop to give it time to thicken up and give some more sunlight to all the little seedlings that are also in the pots where the chamomile is growing. And I wouldn't mind if it, just got more full rather than tall. Over here, the scarlet moonflower vines are growing. Hello, kitty. Kitty. She's having fun, helping me garden. These vines have started growing up, which is wonderful, and I continue to thin them out. I see which ones take hold of something and start growing, and then I go ahead and thin out some of the plants that are next to those. This is incredibly satisfying. Just sitting here, plucking these little blooms. I feel so connected with nature, with my ancestors. By sitting here doing this, I can just picture, Theas shucking corn or doing peas, stuff like that. It's like a little bit of an escape from our hectic modern world. It's very therapeutic. Do you guys drink chamomile tea? I don't think I ever have, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to take this all the way. See why we get so many volunteers? Look at that thing. How many seeds do they produce? My goodness. I don't know that I will do this kind of harvest throughout the season. I think more likely I'll just deadhead. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I do want them to keep blooming. And I don't want 9 million volunteers for next year. But I don't know that I'll care to have that much chamomile tea, Of course I could share it. We'll see. I'm going to dry the buds, flowers, blooms, whatever, because what I read is that they are twice as strong when they are dried because of I don't know, just that process, the oil and whatnot. You can make tea from them just fresh, but it takes like twice as much, is what I read, in order to get the therapeutic benefits. So it's going to be hot the next couple days. Let's go ahead and just dry these out.